Hey, this is Bubba Jimbo Bob II coming back to you after the second recording of this first session. And there was a slight hiccup in the previous recording, but nothing serious at least. Anyways, you may have noticed that I have brought down another guy and have continued to build the wall. There's a small gap there right in the corner, which those are gates, and they will take slightly longer to build. Now here, I'm also raising up the western wall, which will be the very edge. And next to this western wall, I'll put an inn, and I will put one farmland on the inside edge, except for the very bottom one, which, as you saw, I just put down a tower so that I can see farther away from my castle. Now, as I said before, I probably won't have as much to say, as this is post-commentary, and I've also explained quite a number of things already, so enjoy it as best you can with the limited audio there is, and I will talk to you when I feel there's something I need to explain. Now here I'm going along and upgrading all the walls to make sure they are all level 2, and that includes these gates, even though they are quite expensive to upgrade. Now that was a situation where I'd forgot how much it cost, and I wasn't paying enough attention to bother looking at how much it would cost, even though it listed it right on the bottom. Oops. Now here you can start to see that my housing is beginning to outstrip the population that I have. And the housing and my food production are rather close, so if my population were to get up that high, I could, in fact, be in danger of starving my own population. Here I'm just discussing how much of an area it has, and then showing you that there are in fact monsters out here. First is the evil cleric, as you saw there. And then we have the cockatrice here, which I do believe will turn you to stone. And then lastly, we have blast spores. They only have 1 hit point, but if I remember correctly, they are incredibly dangerous and will kill you very easily. Now, luckily and also unfortunately, the evil clerics are probably the easiest out of the bunch, which can say something about the difficulty of the game at times. Then again, I did choose the most difficult world to play in, so you get to see this. Here I was explaining how much difference there was between a first level and 4th level, and how each additional level for one of your units is a very big strength difference. And here I got promoted to Count, in recognition for city management. And here I'm just talking about how my city block requirement has gone up by 50 and my promotion requirement has gone up by another 3%. And there it actually said the evil cleric was attacking. The first time I did just barely catch that in time as it flashed by when I was passing time so quickly. And later on, I'll show you that they do actually come and attack you. Now it's not in any very seriously organized form, they just simply stream towards you. And so, unless they get bunched up somewhere, it's usually pretty easy to take them on one at a time. Here, I decided it would be best just to go ahead and fully upgrade all the walls that I have. That way I don't need to worry about having to upgrade them later, and I can also not have to worry about any large creatures being able to step over the wall, as this will prevent any ground creature from crossing the wall. Obviously, it doesn't prevent any flying creatures still, but stopping the ground creatures is a really good start. Now here, I've noticed that there is a skeleton attacking from the evil clerics, and I decide eventually that I should actually pull a cleric over so that I have 2 clerics to fight any incoming threats. That way I wouldn't have to worry about possibly losing anybody. Here, I take the time to talk a little bit about combat, and show there that the white bar is in our favor, and the red bar is the enemy's favor. So obviously, with the white bar over half, we are estimated to win. Now I also need to point out that in this screen, it's actually a lot easier to lose. But if you were to move away from this screen and just let the game calculate it based on stats alone, that you would win more often doing that. As you see there, by moving away I was able to pass time, and it was fairly clear that I had won. Where in the previous battle, they were healing themselves, and it was taking time, and he was getting a good number of hits on my person. And so here's where I'd finally decide to move a person over and help, just in case there's a problem. And here I'm showing what the upgraded bank does for me. As well as deciding to upgrade the temple and the steam bath as well. And there is cleanly demonstrated one of the many cleric spells. And there, I demonstrated the hold spell, just for you guys. Now here, water is blocking part of my construction area, and so what I end up deciding to do is just placing down a single house and a single farm, because there's just not enough room for an inn and a farm. And here I've upgraded my bank, and so when it finishes it will be the highest rank it can be. And it will provide a storage capacity of 50,000 gold pieces. And I'm also going around and showing what the fully upgraded walls look like. And there I decided that I would just put in a farm and a house because the unsuitable land for building. And here, because both buildings are upgraded as far as they will ever get, I decided to set the recruiting and the training value at 50-50, and the building is now set to 0. And as you can see, I'm going around and upgrading a variety of buildings. And there I'm showing the upgraded graphic for the cleric's house. And there I upgrade my first farm so that it will be fully upgraded come sometime in the fall, I believe. And there I also moved back my 4th level cleric back to the castle. Okay, so we are bringing Session 1 to a close for Stronghold, and this is Bubba Jimbo Bob, and I'll bug you guys later. Hope you've enjoyed this session.